Peace, yo. This is Dutch coming at you with Prison Riot Radio, man. And I got a special guest here, beautiful brother, Michael Braxton, man. Peace. Assalamu alaikum, ma.
Walaikum salam, ma.
And for all the people that's out there, I wanted to let y'all know I wanted y'all to meet the brother because the brother's on death row. He's doing a lot of positive things and making a lot of accomplishments, man. So I just wanted to send him my salute, my salam, and let y'all meet the people. Brother, tell them what you got going on.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So I've been recording music, over the phone from death row since about 2018. I started
this
out.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
Yeah, I started out recording some acapellas over the phone with my audio documentarian, Professor Michael Braxton, and he was posting my joints on SoundCloud. And for about a year,
this call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
All right. So yeah, we was posting on SoundCloud, man, for about a year, and everybody, some of my friends and supporters and family out there in the streets were hearing some of the acapellas, and they thought it was okay, but it was like, yo, man, you need some music with it. So, 2019, about a year later, I seen an article in the newspaper about a professor at UNC, Chapel Hill, that had a beat lab that he was, teaching young kids how to make beats. So I decided to reach out to him, write him a letter, see if he could help me, connect with somebody that could put some beats to my rhymes. And, that's how, I got everything started as far as really recording, connecting me with a producer. And, since I've been here, man, I've been locked up for 31 years. I've been on the road since 97. And, I've seen a whole lot of people in here, man, that, to my surprise, that actually turned out to be innocent. And, that's something I ain't really had my mind, prepared for when I got here, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew I wasn't innocent, you know what I'm saying? And so I expected everybody here on death row to be guilty and, probably, to be with that term they call the worst of the worst, So I know what I had done. I know the life I lived prior to getting to the death sentence. And I kind of projected that. And so when I, got here and actually seen, there was some people that was really innocent. It just, it changed my perspective on, the people that was around me. And, in the process of me just striving and growing as a believer and, wanting to do something that had more importance for my life than just something that was self-serving. And I decided that, I wanted to try to help generate some attention for people that was locked up, that was innocent. So that's the purpose of my music, to try to generate attention to my man Sabor, my man El Rico Fowler, two guys that are on death row that's also innocent. And, I got a book that I just dropped called Rapid Redemption that, is also sharing that story.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. That's definitely a blessing. How did the book come about?
Yeah, so I was writing Mark, man, when I first met Mark Katz. I wrote him a letter. He hit me back about 2 months later, and ultimately introduced me to a producer. But he continued to write me, and he came to visit me in December of that year, and he told me that he felt like my letters was documents that needed to be preserved, and that just kind of made me feel like wow, this dude is a scholar, and he's saying that my letters was documents that needed to be preserved. And, of course, being in this situation, I see, many of the parallels, to slavery and how, many of the lives of slaves, were not preserved. There was no documentation on the individuals that experienced that, horrific, struggle. So I felt like there was a sense of urgency and a need to explain and to document, not only, my personal life, but also, some of the work that I was doing, in the process of recording this album, etc. So I began writing him, man, $2-3 a week. And that's all it was. I wasn't intending on writing a letter. I was just, I was building a friendship with him, trying to let him see a little bit into my world and, preserving this experience for him, because I did feel like, the uniqueness of being on death row and trying to record an album, was something that hadn't been done before. You know what I'm saying? In this country or in the world that I knew about. So I felt like that was something that was, you know, that was special in itself. And I said, yo, man, ain't nobody else gonna be able to tell this story. So let me write about it and explain everything I'm going through while I'm going through it. And so I was preserving that. And, you know, probably about 2 years later, man, I done wrote about, you know, over 100 letters, and he just hit me and was like, yo, you know, I got so many letters from you, man. You ever thought about publishing these as a book? I think we could put it together as a book. And I was like, yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? It was never my intention. It wasn't my goal to write a book. You know what I'm saying? My goal was to do this album and generate some attention for the innocent people. So the book came out as a byproduct of just this journey, this process, and, you know, fortunately, it kind of became, at least right now, you know, the headliner.
That's for sure. What's the name of the book and what's the name of the album? And how can the people get it?
Yes, so the name of the book is Rapping by Michael Braxton. It's available on, you know, Amazon. It's out now. The name of the album is called Mercy on My Soul. The album will drop in May 31st. So, you know, this, you know, I'm a huge hip hop fan, man. You know, and you know, it sound biased. I know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the MC on this. But, yo, I really feel like, yo, this is one of the greatest, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I put it up there in the top 25 greats of all time, in my opinion, you know.
That's what's up. I love that confidence.
Yeah, I mean, hey, on the strength of the other...
This call is from the North Carolina Correctional Facility.
On the strength of the struggle and the journey, that's one thing that, you know, it's like I say, you know, like slave songs and the same thing, slave narratives, this experience being documented.
Right.
Mercy on My Soul document a lot of what it is.
This call is from the North Carolina Correctional Facility.
Being incarcerated as well as, you know, being on death row. But also, yo, this is just some slamming, banging hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Raw, you know what I'm saying? Real, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a good album, bro.
I respect that. So I definitely want to have you back on once the album drops, man, so we can get behind it full force and give it the energy we need, man. I look forward to really being able to connect with you and seeing you shine, man. And as I said, one thing that I picked up in your conversation, the main thing was the networking aspect that you did. You said you read about it in the magazine, and you went from there. You know, that's what I try to instill into it, that, you know, even if you don't have anybody out there, you have to use the whole world as your chessboard. You just got to find out how to use it to your advantage when it comes down to it. Not getting frustrated, not getting bitter. You got to outthink the problem. So I really salute you on that and sharing that with the people, man. Before this phone cut off, man, how can the people get at you and what wise words you got for brothers that's coming up behind us and how they can achieve what you did?
Yo, man, you know, one axiom I always live by has been, you know, used to me is the decisions you make today determine your tomorrow. You know, I arrived to a realization many years ago that I was where I was at in my life based on the decisions I had made in my yesterdays. But, yo, that don't mean that it's a sealed fate. That the decisions I make today can change how the way this story ends. So, you know, that's the words of wisdom that I can offer. And, you know, as far as how to contact me, Rome Alone, 2 R's, RROME, ALONE. You know what I'm saying? That's my social media, Instagram, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm available everywhere. Rome Alone. You can check my music out on Spotify, all the digital streaming platforms. So type in Rome Alone and the catalog will appear.
Absolutely, man. Yo, for real, bro. I definitely, you know, the thing is, a lot of brothers are accomplishing things behind these walls. A lot of sisters accomplishing things behind these walls. And we got to celebrate one another, man. You know, the first thing we have to do is look out because, you know, we see a lot of our people tearing each other down out there simply because they have a platform to do so. And in actuality, we should be using that platform to raise us up as a nation. So, again, I salute you, brother. I look forward to your album. I look forward to hearing your album because as a fellow hip-hop head, man, you know I really want to see how you get busy. And so we can next time have a conversation, man, at some point. But we just got to have an interview about hip-hop as being used as talking about how we see the culture, man. I look forward to that conversation as well.
I'm with it, man. Sign me up. Hey, yo, before we bounce.
Hey, man, it's good.
I can let you wrap it up. I can let you wrap it up like that, right? But I do want to say, man, yo, I'm a fan of you too, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Hey, y'all, appreciate that.
know what I'm saying? And you wrote the classics, you know what I'm saying? Novel Dutch, man. Yo, I'm a fan. There's
Right.
a lot of people up in here that's fans of you too, man. So, shout outs from the road, man. Much accolades to you.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. And let's support. I've never met the brother, but I've met other brothers that knew of him. Both of the brothers, man, send them my salams. Put them on somebody in my dua. And if they want to do an interview as well for what their case is, man, tell them don't hesitate to call the number that you got, man. Because, this is the platform for us, man.